The 7th race of the AAA Racing Series 2010 season would be held at Talladega for the AAA 125. The AAA pole award went to Jalen Scranton, our point leader, for a vote of Motorsports, who's been having a spectacular year. I don't think he's finished anywhere behind the 17th position without retiring from the race. And he's only had one bad race, and that would be at Salem, where he retired. Cilantro would be running way in the back with Bo Van Pelt in the 30. Those two lost the draft right at the beginning of the race off of turn number 2, but they would catch up to the pack. This is Mac DiCario filling in for Jack Walter. Walter was suspended a race for being drunk at the racetrack on Thursday. Tyson Launchschlag, who's been hot lately at the front for these past 2 or 3 races, he would take the lead off turn number 4 on lap 3, and he'd come out to the tri-oval with Sean Glosson pushing him and lead that lap. Wendy Fisher, she'd be way in the back. She lost the draft next with Mac DiCario. DiCario making his first ever start in the AAA Racing Series. Can't blame him for that. Cody Lochner in the 34 would take the lead away from Tyson Launchschlager, who was about to get passed by Jerry Richardson in the 54. And then Daniel Micks in the 69 would take the lead away from Cody Lochner off turn number 4 a few laps later. Noah Krongaz in the number 49 would push Grant Jacobs to the lead. Noah Krongaz is filling in for Ahmad Awad for the next 2 races, undecided after that, as he was having a spectacular run in his first career start. Bo Van Pelt, the 30, would take the lead away. He's been having a very bad season. He's only qualified for 2 or 3 races. Jorge Hernandez would take the lead away from him in turn number 2 a few laps later. And then CJ Long, who had pushed him to the lead, would take the lead off turn number 4 that very same lap. Andrew Martin, who's been pretty unnoticeable this year, would take the lead away. And then Landon Rhodey, who's been having some great runs lately, would take the lead. Then he'd move up to the high side. Nick Kozora looking to pass him. However, rookie sensation Christopher Kennedy takes the lead into turn number 3 on the bottom of the racetrack. Sam Morsini in the 25 would take the lead. He's done fairly well so far in his career. And then Luis Tellez, who won Daytona, similar track to this, would take the lead away from Rossini, being pushed by Carson Crompton. Ross Lowrey would take the lead away from Luis Tellez. Lowry's fought his way up to 20th in points after being way back after his bad finish at Daytona and Salem. Samuel Emma would take the lead away next, and Ciantro O'Brien pushing him. And then Jacob Williams, the number 94, would take the lead in turn number 4, for Team JROD. Aaron Fisher would take the lead away from Williams, and it looks like Tyler Deaver is going to move to the inside of him, and he would, getting the push from Jalen Scranton. However, caution number 1 would fly on lap number 13. This would be our biggest crash of the day, as Ted Hendricks and CJ Long get into each other, take out Luis Tellez, and Andrew Martin in there as well. Matt Conti spinning around Justin Bansma. Jorge Hernandez is going to be the only car retiring from this wreck. Here's another view of it. This is not a very good view at all. All you would see is smoke and 3 cars colliding in the tri-oval. However, they keep on going. Hendricks just gets into CJ Long, and everyone just gets into there. Nick Kozoro gets a piece of it. Talladega would lead on the restart. As I mentioned, only 1 car would retire. That'd be Jorge Hernandez. Noah Krongaz would take the outside line on the restart, would not get anything going, however. Sean Glosson is going to take the lead away from Justin Bazzani, and Talladega, they were battling for the lead. Glosson would take the lead in turn number 3. Josh Mertz for J Chance Racing would take the lead away, having a great car this weekend. And then Carson Crompton in the number 8 would be taking the lead away from him. This is possibly NLRS Racing's best weekend ever. Noah Krongaz in the 49 in his first career start would take the lead on the back straightaway. Justin Bazzani looking under him. JN Motorsports has yet to lead a lap. And then Sean Glosson, doesn't this look familiar? 3 wide for the lead with Bazzani in the middle and Glosson down low. Bo Van Pelt would take the lead away from Sean Glosson. It looked like Ross Lowrey tried to look under Bo Van Pelt. He would not get it done. Fred Richer, he's not very good at superspeedways, but he would take the lead away from Bo Van Pelt. And Richer, you see that lap car of Paul Schuler. Schuler would not get in the way of Richer. However, Richardson, he would. Carson Crompton, the number 8, would take the lead away. And then Richer fought his way back into the top position in the tri-oval. And then later on, look at Samuel Emma fly into the pits. Green flag pit stop cycling around. The first bunch of cars comes in. The rest of our leaders come in the next lap. Fred Richer goes in. waiting. Josh Mertz, Daniel Micks, and Jonathan Ringer, Casey Anderson. They would all be the second lap of pit stops. Samuel Emma would lead after pit stops, 3 cars duking it out for the lead with about 20 laps to go. Richard would take the lead away from Emma. And then Josh Mertz's pack would catch up to that little 3-car pack, and he would take the lead. Noah Kronghaus would take the lead away. Grant Jacobs is not on the lead lap in that number 40, so he would not be taking the lead at the time. Sean Glossum, he'd fight back all the way to the lead back in turn number 1. And then our next caution would fly for debris, and this would be the only other caution in the race. On the restart, Samuel Emma leaded, and a lot of tail end of the lead lap cars in front of him. Nick Cazzoro, Casey Anderson, Justin Bansville, and Luis Tellez. We all expected Tellez to have a great race here at Talladega, but however, that would not happen. RJ Bansma would fight his way into the top position in the tri-oval a few laps later, and then Sienna C. O'Brien would look under him and take the lead away. And Sean Glossum would again make his way up into the lead, and Landon Rohde would look to the lead with about 2 laps to go, coming to the white flag off the turn number 4. He would not get it, however, and Glossum would hold him off, coming to the white flag. And then Landon Rohde looking to the inside in turn number 1 on the white flag. He would take the lead away from Sean Glossum, Samuel Emma pushing him, and then coming to the line, here's Sean Glossum and Landon Rohde side by side. It's gonna be Glossum. Sean Glossum is going to get Kenny Gerald's Incorporated's first victory in the AERS in 2010, and their first victory ever. Margin of victory was 0.037 seconds. What a finish. Okay, so Sean Glossum will finish first, Landon Rohde second, Samuel Emma third, Noah Kronghaus great run in fourth, Herb Cilantro fifth, Jack Walter replacement, Mac DiCario, finishes 6th, Fred Richards 7th, Aaron Fisher 8th, Jerry Richardson 9th, Jacob Williams will finish 10th. Great run for him. Here's how the points look. Herb Cilantro first, 22 points ahead of Jalen Scranston in 2nd, Christopher Kennedy falls to 3rd, Aaron Fisher moves up a position to 4th, Luis Tellez falls to 5th, Justin Mazzani stays at 6th, Richardson moves up 1 to 7th, Richard 8th, Justin Launchschlager stays in 9th, and Landon Rohde moves from 18th to 10th in the point standings. And next week, we head to Los Angeles for the street course in LA. Hope to see you then. Thank you for watching.